very good evening to everyone present here. My name is Daksh Jodha. I'll give you a brief information about myself. Currently, I'm pursuing my BTech in cloud computing from SRM University down south in Chennai, and I gave my CAT in 2022, and my score total overall percentile was 99.45, with verbal ability at 99.5, DILR at 98.65, and quants at 94. I'll keep it very short and brief. Uh, let's go section wise, and as it is a math class, so we'll go with quants first. So for quants, first off, this is quite an early stage of preparation for CAT. So right now you should get your basics cleared, and you should focus on completing the entire syllabus. Syllabus as in from the start to the very end. And basics such as your table should be on your fingertips, your square roots, your squares, and graphs, and all of those, which you're supposed to know before you start your preparations. And when it comes to detailing in quants, first off, there are majorly three sections: arithmetic, algebra, and modern maths. Arithmetic should always be your best friend, and because majorly the questions asked are from arithmetic, which you guys are starting right now, and after that it's algebra, and then modern math. And I guess it is the same flow how it has been taught in the classroom. So please concentrate in throughout arithmetic, because it would hold the major chunk of your CAT 2023 question paper. Moving on to the next section, LRDI. So what I did for LRDI, and one major change that happened during CAT 2022 was the format of set differed a lot. So in CAT 2021, it was two sets of four questions and two sets of six questions, but they changed it to five sets of five questions each. Now, what happened was everyone panicked, including me. And but the only part where I think I made a little more improvement rather than everyone, was not giving up at that point, because throughout your journey you will have so many points in your journey where you will feel like this could be a wrong choice. But trust me on this one, the journey is not complete till you don't keep down your pen on the CAT exam. Till then, keep on going. For LRDI, to be more specific, the way I prepared was, so generally there you're supposed to do two sets perfectly, and that could fetch you anywhere around 98 percentile plus. And during my preparations, you also during your preparations, you will figure out that there's one set always which is supremely easy to master. And once you're done with that, then then go ahead and look for the second set, which either you can do it partially, or you can do it completely. Make sure, if you have not covered the entire set, if you have not understood the entire set, if you have not solved the entire set, please don't mark your answers, because if you do, the chances of you getting it right are minuscule, and the chances of you nailing it would be very low. So complete sets and find the first easiest set. For example, for me, easiest set also would differ from person to person. For me, questions regarding arrangements were supremely easy. So that's the one set which I was eagerly waiting for. Next came in Venn diagrams, and then games and tournaments and other types of LRDI sets. One tip which I would like to give everyone present here would be, please download a game called Sudoku on your mobile application, on your mobile phones, because that game will help you figure out arrangements so quickly, and the way you should arrange things, that it would be a booster to your LRDI section. Coming to the VARC section, where I think I performed the best. I mean, of course, I performed the best in this section. Now, for VARC section, you should always have a keen understanding of what the author is supposed to say, and what the author is meant, or what the author is saying to you, which is basically comprehending what the RC is about. Let me give you an example, example. If Let's say the author is saying, I can't afford to buy that car. Uh, for a layman, when you read through it, it seems like the author cannot afford to buy that car. But if you have to comprehend which is the pretext to what that sentence is really meaning, it could be different things. Like the author is not willing to buy it from that particular brand, or the author is not willing to pay that much for some particular reason, which might question the person's character. That is how you. So every time you read a sentence, you question why is the author saying so, how is it fitting into a situation, is it building on its character or something on those lines. So that especially when once you get the habit of reading through things, also make sure that when you read, there are certain topics that you genuinely like reading. For me, of course, being from the science background, I love reading about new technologies, plants, animals, and all of those things. But the topics which were really scary to me were economics and history and philosophy and things on those philosophical lines. So once you figure out that okay, my this is my strength and these are my weaknesses. Now go deep into the weaknesses, because at this point you have quite some time to figure out what your weaknesses are. Once you have figured out your weaknesses, especially in the RC section, read a lot about them. Then figure out words which are quite common between paragraphs which belong to that specific genre of, well, let's say RC. Now get the meanings right. Once you know the meaning of the word, your brain will automatically start comprehending key what it actually means and how the flow of the RC is. Also understand that there are a lot of rules when it comes to RCs and RC, such as every paragraph begins with a new intent from the writer, and a lot of them I can't remember much, but also for VA section, please make sure that you given RC, given sectional as many as you can, because there is no other way of preparing, separately preparing for VA. RCs you need to read a lot. Now, these are the three sections, and this is how I prepared for them. How was my experience with CAT 22? So, quite nervous. I was supremely nervous when I gave in the when I entered into the portal. When you read, so I tend to panic when I see a change on the exam pattern. So I saw that LRDI had a different pattern. When I figured out that it had changed the number of questions in each and every set, it was a little hideous. So RC section, I was pretty much sure that I have nailed it. LRDI section, I saw all the five sets. Generally, in my mocks, I used to get two sets right, but here I figured out one set which took me around 32 minutes, which is, I mean, obviously sections are 40 minutes each. So 32 minutes, I was only done with one set in LRDI. So I panicked a lot. And, but I was very close to giving up on the entire paper itself, but I somehow managed to not give up, which is one thing that you all should remember, because there will be a lot of lows, highs also throughout your journey. And I didn't give up. So I tried on the second set. I figured out half of the second set, which out of which I guess pretty much all of my answers were right. And after that, moving on to quant, uh, to be honest, being an engineer, I am supposed to have a stronger quant, which I felt I had. But on the D day, things flipped because my confidence had dipped after the LRDI section. I thought that I didn't perform that well. That's the reason why I took some more time during the starting phase of the quant paper. Uh, but then I somehow managed to attempt around uh, 10, 12, 15 questions in quant in CAT 2022. Now, regarding the timeline of how I prepared, so for 22 CAT, I had started my preparation in 21 November, but due to my end semesters, I didn't touch any book from January to March. And so it was quite some time, after which I started from March. So March, April, May, I got back to my basics. I sorted my basics out completely. After that, June and July, I got completed with my syllabus for once. After I was done with my syllabus, I figured out my strengths and my weaknesses, and I sorted them out. Now, if now depending on your strengths and there are two options if you are looking for your strengths and weaknesses. If you don't have enough time, you can strengthen your strengths. But if you have enough time, which I'm pretty sure you guys have right now, you should start working on your weaknesses first, get them at the similar level of strength, and then work on both of them together. So June, July went there, and after that, August, September, October is just a spree of mocks. So all in all, I gave in 43 mocks, and the one thing which I would like to end this speech with is uh, mocks are nothing but a playground for you to try out your strategies, all right? And to be very honest, uh, majorly for my mocks, I had scored around 60, 62, 65 percentiles till the month of, I guess, mid of September, after which things started picking up automatically because after a point, you'll keep seeing the same pattern of questions coming throughout your uh, preparations. So my lowest would have been around 50, 55 percentile, and my highest so far was giving CAT 2021 paper in the end of in the beginning of November, and which was around 90, 97 percentile in the original CAT 2021 thing. And that, guys, was my preparation for CAT 2022. And I hope all of you guys make it to the 99 percentile plus list because it's quite an awesome feeling to be there because you are appreciated a lot more than you were earlier. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Thank you. The question itself is quite irrelevant because everyone has a different uh, capacity of grasping things and understanding information. So according to what I was in my final year, I was in my third year and now I am in my final year. So until the month of, I guess, August, I used to prepare every day 2 hours max. And after that, after August, when I knew that it's time to buckle up, then it went up to 3.5 hours. But in the month of November, from the starting of November till the end, you just lose the count of hours. It's just days. So November
Right.
month is supremely hectic, but make sure you don't give many mocks especially in the last week of your CAT preparation because that
Yes.
can that can gamble your confidence a lot, which matters. So last month was I probably 7-8 hours a day, but apart from that, it wasn't much. It was absolutely at best 2.5 hours till the month of August. After that, a couple more hours.